Hello. Sorry for how late I am today. Um, we got our first reply, our first positive reply from the email campaign, and I had to upload that video to Loom, and that took a while, unfortunately. Just give me a second here. I need to double check that the lives are working properly. I think it's fine. I hope it's not as laggy as it looks for me. Anyway, Berliner, unfortunately, you can't use those words here or I might get banned. So if you type it in again, I'm going to have to report you, unfortunately. So sorry about that. I don't make the rules. I just got to follow them. Anyway, so like I said, I'm a bit late today because I had to. Please follow me. I'll think about it. A bit late today because God, sorry, I'm just so scatterbrained because I had to. So I made this video for this guy who responded to our email campaign, and then I sent the reply, and the reply got fucked. Because I tried to embed an instantly thumbnail into it, but it didn't work. I sent it, and it sent without the embed, which made me very upset. So that means I had to send a second email, and now I'm worried that the guy is either not going to get it because it's going to get sent to spam, or he's going to be like, well, look at this idiot, can't get it to work, and we will have lost our first opportunity. Ah, mistakes. Gotta love them. I'm all good. How are you, brother? First time I see you here, I think, right? What do you do? Are you in work, college, school? And I'm so upset that that thing didn't fucking attach properly the first time. It's so annoying. Which one? Which of the three? The chat's a bit delayed, so I don't know which one you're responding to. God damn it. Fuck. School, how's that going? You hate it? You know what you're gonna do after? Ah, son of a bitch. I'm mad. I'm sorry. Just need to vent a little bit. Damn it. No. Yeah, I didn't either until like I was almost finished. Man, I just hope he watches it at least. You like trains. Good for you, brother. Good for you. I'm surprised that your generation even knows those videos. I feel like that's quite an old one. I wonder if I'll be able to see if this guy opened it or not. Ah, whatever. I gotta just forget about it. We're gonna get more opportunities. It's just so annoying. I guess I'm gonna have to do it without the thumbnail. Hate when this shit happens. Let me just file away this video. Actually, if it's uploaded to Loom, I don't really need it. It's a pretty simple fix if I need to come back to it. So I hope he got the email. Really do. Live in Berlin. I live in the south of Spain, near Malaga. How's Berlin with all the illegal immigrants? Probably not great. Most of Europe is suffering nowadays. Maybe you are one of the illegal immigrants. If that's the case, I will have offended you. Okay. Are you illegal? No, okay. Yeah. Well, as long as people are safe, that's what's most important. Yeah. Well, I grew up in Ireland, but I live in Malaga now, near it. I can't stop overthinking about this fucking email. Why didn't it just send properly? Super annoying. I guess I should test it out next time. Anyway, I gotta get over it. Forget about it. So, let me make a stream markers thing real quick. Okay, so today, I got a few things I want to do. I actually thought that we're gonna switch up the format a little bit from the usual. I don't know how long I should wait for people to get in, because I wonder how many people are gonna show up now because they think I'm not streaming because I'm super late. Um, it's just bad timing. I was working a lot this morning, and then the guy sent the email literally like half an hour before I needed to stream, and uploading it was taking forever for some goddamn reason. I have a really good upload speed, but for some reason it was taking forever. It's driving me crazy. So yeah, don't need this open. Just want to organize what I need open a little bit. Okay, should be good. Yeah, so as I was saying, I was thinking of switching up the format a little bit. Um, I usually what I would do is I would just like appear and just start doing whatever the fuck. But this time I thought that maybe we should have a little bit of structure. I also need to make sure that my pop-up chat is the right one. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, it is. Cool. So the structure I was thinking of, we could spend the first like 30 to 40 minutes or so just talking about stuff. If anybody has questions, catching up on how the progress is going, what I kind of did earlier. And then we should have our focus blocks, because I've noticed that the last few days, we had a couple days where we really didn't do anything. It was just talking. And that was fun and all. I had a good time, had a lot of people here, had a good time. But I gotta get some work done, and I gotta prioritize that as well. I don't want to have loads of these videos be just talking, because that's not the point. So I figured, let's have discussions at the beginning, maybe first half an hour, 30 to 40 minutes, and the last 30 to 40 minutes. And in the middle, I'm gonna have a focus block. I'm gonna put a text on screen on both the vertical and the horizontal streams, and I'm probably going to be fairly quiet through most of that section. Now, I will, like, occasionally, if I see an interesting question or something, I'll answer it, I'll take a break, that's fine. But I don't want it to be the thing where, like, I try to answer everybody, because whenever I try to answer everybody, it can get very overwhelming, and sometimes I would just talk for hours and hours, because people just keep texting and texting, so I figured let's have the focus block, where I will answer some questions maybe, but mostly I'm gonna do it at the end if anybody comes into the middle of the focus block. I think that would be better, because that way we get a little bit of a mix, get to do a little bit of both. It's gonna be more reliable. We're actually gonna get stuff done. I turned off my light. I did. So that was the idea. Other than that, this morning I spent a little bit of time working on my website. Like I said, we got our first positive reply from our email campaign, which is nice. The not so nice part is I completely fucked it up by trying to get too fancy and embed a Loom thumbnail in it in my email campaign software, which didn't send it properly, and it just sent an empty field, which is depressing, because then I had to send an extra email, which now there's a possibility it either ended up in spam or the guy just saw it as unprofessional or whatever. Is digital product a good business model? Uh, Depends on the digital products. It's good, but a lot of digital products are stuff like, well, whenever I hear digital products, I always imagine stuff like coaching and courses, which are shit unless you have either the expertise to sell them, otherwise you're a scammer, or you have like enough of evidence that you're good at what you do, otherwise nobody's gonna buy from you. I've seen people make it work. I don't think it's like super viable long term unless you really like focus on the personal brand of it. But you can, it can definitely work. It's really high margin, which is what makes it really good. You have very low overhead, so you don't incur a lot of expenses. I think digital services are better. They're a little more reliable. You get to know more about like how to run an actual legitimate business because you actually have to do work, whereas with a digital product you just create it and send it. So I would prefer digital services. I think that digital services can be a good transition into digital products. You get some kind of expertise providing the service, and then you could sell a digital product based on your expertise later, and you will have that branding already set up, and you'll know what works, you'll know what people look for, and stuff like that. So personally, I would prefer that route, but that's just my opinion. Oh man. Next time I try to send one of those, I'm gonna have to test it. I'm glad I at least BCC'd myself on it. Unfortunately, the BCC ended up going to spam, and I wonder why. Any business model you suggest to start with no experience, no upfront cost, and 10K potential? There's always going to be a little bit of upfront cost. I could tell you one that has minimal upfront cost. I mean, you don't. Okay, literally, you could do it without money, but you'd have to really know what you're doing. Otherwise, I would say that you could probably get away with like $200 to $300 for a year, because you could really do with getting a domain and building up a website, getting custom email and stuff like that, and that's going to cost you. So unless you can code your own website and know how to host it for free, then that's going to be an expense. But it's not a high cost. You can, go get a job, save up 200 to 300. It's not a huge expense. And for that, yeah, there's a few. You could do copywriting, you can do ghostwriting. And by copywriting, I mean COPYWRITING, not like the legal copywriting, but sales copywriting. Sales is another thing you could do. Sell something, but that would be more of like a freelance kind of business. You would offer your services. In terms of the experience, you can start, like, you need experience for any business. You need a skill to sell. You need to be good at something. People buy from you because they need some kind of solution to a problem they have, and you need to have the expertise that they don't have. So if it was something extremely easy, you'd have a tough time selling it. So you do need expertise, but there's a lot of stuff that you can learn with not a huge amount of time commitment. So stuff like, for example, copywriting, digital marketing, ghostwriting, I already said that one too, social media management, email marketing. There's a few examples for you. That's also something you could probably ask ChatGPT, and it would probably do a decent job at answering. How are you, my friend? Hey, unknown. I'm all good. A little bit late today. I feel like I just saw a message in chat which didn't appear in my chat for some reason. Or is that still the old one? Potentially, that might have still been the old one. Yeah. Unknown, because you weren't here before. I want to update you. So we got our first positive reply from our email campaign. I tried to send a reply with an embedded video in a thumbnail and it didn't send properly. And I had to send a second email, so that was kind of fucked up. Very unfortunate that happened. I really hope the guy at least reads it. I actually need to focus on writing some kind of email follow-ups to go out after those emails. Because we got our first one now, so I really need to put that at the top of my priority list, is to finish a nurture system for that. Let me quickly write that down. Complete nurture system of follow-ups after email is sent. That's something we're gonna have to do. All right. Other than that, nothing else really went on. Like I said, I spent most of this morning just working on uploading that video, changing my website a little bit. That's what I wanted to do today on stream, is work on my website and offer. We're going to change those up a bit because I think I need to change up the structure of my website a little bit because it's just a little too dense. It's kind of hard to read and follow, so the design of it can definitely be improved. Same with the copy. I'm going to update it a little bit. We're going to design it in Canva. Yusef, are you a native speaker? And if not, how do you speak so fluently? I know the words, but I can't use it in a meaningful sentence when I talk in English. Just a lot of practice. Do you talk a lot of English? It really is just practice and self-awareness. No, I am not a native speaker. I was born in Lithuania. So my first language is Lithuanian. Although I'm definitely better at English at this point. I only learn new words. It's really just practice and self-reflection. You need to talk a lot with other people. If you don't speak it, then that's exactly why you're struggling. You need to speak it. It's very difficult to learn a new language if you don't speak it regularly. The more you speak it, the better you'll be. Another thing you could do, if you have nobody to practice with, you could record yourself talk, hear yourself back, see if you're pronouncing stuff correctly, see if your sentence structure is correct. You could probably even simulate some kind of conversation with ChatGPT. Just open it up, start texting stuff in, simulate a conversation, and then that'll give you stuff to talk about while recording. But preferably, you would just have some English-speaking friends, and when you talk, you'd be like, hey, when I make a grammatical error or when I say something wrong, could you correct me? And then just hope that they're good enough to correct you, because I've spoken... Many English speakers, native English speakers, speak like shit. They don't know how to speak their own language. It's actually embarrassing. I'm better at speaking English than most native speakers. So, yeah. Ideally, you want to have some people to speak with. So, like I was saying, we're going to work on our web design today. I'm going to build a design in Canva because my girlfriend is working on some stuff on the website for the landscaping clients. So we can't be logged in at the same time because I'm a cheap fuck and don't want to buy a second seat in the software I'm using. So we're going to design it on Canva. Going to have my website pulled up. And I have some design ideas down. And yeah, that's that. Man, I'm such an overthinker. I remember some people came in here before asking if I'm an overthinker. And the answer is yes, I'm a super overthinker. I can't stop thinking about that email that I fucked up. It's not even that I fucked it up. The email campaign software fucked it up. Didn't embed properly. Pisses me off, man. So depressing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just embed it inside of the word instead of trying to embed it in a thumbnail. Annoying, but alas. I could probably send some kind of test emails to myself, maybe. But alas. Oh man. So sad. It's like you were right there, you know, you have the opportunity there and you just completely fuck it up. It always hurts. It's always painful. Anyway, that video that I made could probably use a little bit of work as well. I think at times it sounds a little bit too perfect, which is bad. You want it to kind of be like this, you know, very conversational. I tried to make it conversational, but it was just a little too fluid at times, I think. So maybe that's something I'll re-record. But yeah, so let me tell you what we're gonna do. So here's the stuff I have on my stream to-do list. So I need to split the main components of the offer into more sections. Right now I have it as 3. I can actually just show you my website. Give me a second. I don't need this right now. I also changed my stream layout a little bit on the vertical. I hope that this is fine, like I'm not too small or anything, and hopefully I'm not going to be covered by the text as much now. So I need to work on splitting these up into smaller blocks. I was thinking maybe like 2 rows, 3 columns of just like 6 squares that explain the service. Because it's a little too complicated to read. It's just so long. Most people aren't going to read this. It needs to be more smooth of an like it needs to be a smoother experience, because right now it's very text heavy. You go to here, you're like so much text, you know. Same with this. I want to update this and put in 3 pricing options. We're going to change up our offer a little bit. I had just the main offer to begin with, but now I'm going to include a trial period offer where we have a small upfront payment, and if they want to continue using the system, they can pay the full amount. Wait up. What is up? Why do so many like people come in here saying this weird shit? Like genuinely, it surprises me just how many. It's crazy. Like you need help. Now it just says oil up on my fucking stream. Stream. Yeah. I'm about to fucking scream. Diddy party stream. Please not. Please don't. No. Anyway, yeah, I want to work on splitting this up. We need a better design to show this information. Right now it's in these like 3 blocks, and I was thinking of just trying to see if I can reorganize some of these points to go under 6 sections. Or maybe I'll be able to put in like a heading, the value, and then maybe 3 of the blocks, and we could have 4 sections like that. I'm really not sure. I'm gonna see how it goes. That's one thing we need to do. Other than that, I want to have a pricing section where we lay out the stuff that they get pretty easily and give them the option to have the trial, the core, and the professional. I can show you how that looks right now. So this is how I have it set up currently, just as like a vague sort of outline of kind of what I want it to look like. So that's something that I want to work on too. Not sure how much I'm gonna get to on the stream, but those are 2 of the things I want to do. Then I need to finalize the FAQ section. I need to come up with a better guarantee section. I want to create a script for the video sales letter I want to put at the front of my website. It's just going to be like a pretty big redesign. That's the main thing that I want to do right now. Hopefully the email campaigns are going to get some more people to us, but I need to really redesign my website. I also just keep thinking about like, should I just make the website be light mode Because I wonder if people are getting thrown away by the dark mode. But I don't know. I'll see. I'm going to leave it like this for now, but I want to replace this with a VSL. Maybe change the headline, move it to the left, and have the video on the right. Not sure. This needs some work. So yeah, we're gonna work on that. What's your project? So we're starting a digital marketing agency. We want to sell a done-for-you sales funnel and Facebook ads for landscapers. Got our first reply today, and we've signed on one client on a revenue share model. Have yet to make money, but we're getting there bit by bit. Our email campaign is ramping up, which is great. It's going to be sending more and more messages day in, day out. So I'm already out of water. So I should probably go get some water. But yeah, the main thing we're going to be focusing on today is Canva. We're going to just be designing our website. So I'm going to pull that up. And I have some ideas of kind of what I want to build. I'm not entirely sure if I'm happy with all of it. I kind of just want to see what it would look like. See if we could get something in. Moving some of the stuff over. All right, this is the wrong thing that I have open. Oops. I need to open a screenshot I have saved. Where is it? Design assets. This one. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe I'm going to make a light mode version of the site as well. It shouldn't be too hard to change the colors and stuff once we're there. Because it's just colors. You know, most of the classes will kind of take care of that. Might be able to make like a light and dark mode version. Maybe put in some kind of toggle. Not sure. Anyway, it needs some work for sure. I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back. And then we'll probably get started. We're just about to come in on half an hour or so. Water has arrived. Cool. So, don't really need the headphones. Okay, let's see here. So, we want something like this or this. Okay. So now it's gonna be focus block. So I'm putting up these. Okay, good. That doesn't block me. Hopefully that's easy enough to read. Yeah, you can see this. Everything is fine. So I'm gonna put a little bit of focus on this. Like I'm gonna, if somebody asks something or says something, I will say something, but in general, I might be a little bit quiet here and there. For something like this, maybe it's not gonna be too bad, but I will need to focus time to time. So yeah, just warning you. So, okay. So I like the design of this that I have saved. Here's what I'm looking at. So I kind of like this design. I think that it looks fairly nice. I think maybe we could split up our thing into like 6 blocks like this. Make it a little bit easier to see. Let me check something else out. Yeah, I think that's probably how we want to do it. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, might as well get started. We'll maybe come across something eventually that works out well. Uh, do a little bit of corner rounding as usual. I like corner rounding. I don't know how big I want these to be and what color kind of to use. Maybe like a dark gray, kind of like that. Maybe I will get rid of the heading and just focus on. I'll just move it. Yeah, so probably maybe something like this would work out well. So like 3 kind of blocks like this. The border here is a limit of 1200 pixels because that's what I'm using on my website. So maybe these are a bit too small. Maybe something like this would be better. Center you and center you. There you go. Is this not centered? No, it's not. Okay, so I want the gaps to be about the same for all of them. And now somewhere about there. Yeah, so something like this. I think that wouldn't be too bad compared to what's there now. I think that it could work out well. So I reckon we try it. The heading is obviously not gonna be there like that. It's not gonna be cut off like that. Probably gonna be a little bit above. It's just not enough space for it here right now. Now I kind of want to figure out how well this is gonna fit in. Hey, what's up? Hey, Mahid. All good. Just working on a website design. Doing a little mock-up of what we're gonna change our site to. Options trading? What are you talking about? It doesn't matter if we use this stuff or not. I want one of the other bolts though. One of the sharp ones, yeah, kind of like that. It doesn't matter that it's got watermarks because we're not going to use it anyway. Can I not unlock the position view? Ah, fuck off. Is it shopping related? No, it's not. It's for a service. You know what? Maybe forget about those. I'm just going to include little extra squares in the corners to kind of be placeholders. So, okay, those fit. So we're probably going to only do it on one of them. Okay, so what kind of margins we want? Something like that. And then a little bit of rounding. And then dark green, whatever. And it should be a square. Yeah, something like that. Then we're going to use a heading. A little bit of opacity reduction. Maybe a little less than that. Something like that is fine. Maybe a little brighter. A little brighter and a little less opacity. Yeah. Okay. That's going to be your little icon. What are we going to do next? Now we need text. Text box. I use Satoshi. Bold probably. Bigger. Sure, something like that is fine. Under here, Satoshi regular. Little smaller. Reduce opacity. Hey, King October. How you doing? Left aligned. Just want to fill it in so we see what the spacing is going to look like. Maybe make you a little smaller. Then give me you again. Increase you to about 90. Move you over. About there. I just want a little check mark. Something simple. That one's kind of long. Let's just use one of these. Yeah, whatever. Again, these are just placeholders. We're gonna change them. I just want to know approximately like what it's gonna look like. So we probably want to move this to be in line with that. And then you need to reduce something like this. Yeah, something like that. And then you. Yeah, yeah, something like that. I guess you could probably be a little bit bigger than, just so the margins look about the same at the top and bottom. Yeah, so I think something like that would probably look a little better. If we had a little bit more space here, what I could do actually is just remove this heading, forget about it. Maybe make this a little bit longer, give us some more space. Uh, they were well spaced. That's fine. That won't fit though. Hey stranger, what's up? How you doing? Yeah. Something like that I think is fine. I could probably expect all of them to honestly have this kind of length. At least. That should account for that. Yeah, I think something like that would probably be okay. Uh, and then I imagine we could probably change the icon on the different signs, and then I'm gonna have to see how well my copy fits. So I think that said it was 21. Okay, this can go to the bottom. Doesn't matter too much. You know what? Probably faster do this. Uh, what's the project about? So we're starting a digital marketing agency. Um, and right now I'm just working on my like a redesign for a section on my website because it's a little stinky right now. It's just hard to like read through all of the shit that's there. And I think that splitting it up like this will probably make it easier to read. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Just trying to get my head around kind of what I want it to look like. Because I'm not fully sure. Something like this. Why did I change the text? I meant to do this. Red. This could probably be a little lighter. I was changing the text again. God damn it. Wondering why it wasn't changing. Yeah, that's a little more visible than the rest. Sounds interesting. Yeah, it's all right. So the digital marketing agency, we're building a we do sales funnels for service businesses, but specifically landscapers. We build done for you sales funnels for them, and we sell it as a one-time offer instead of a retainer like usual. And we use Facebook ads to get them clients and convert them through the funnel. We're just in our little focus block here. That's why I'm not speaking too much. Hey Aaron, what's up? How you doing? Wonder where Balor is. I wonder if he gave up because he usually goes to bed pretty early, and when he saw that I didn't show up for the first like 40 minutes, probably couldn't pop by. For you, do something like I don't know, some kind of pink color, and then like a light blue maybe. Oops. Something like this. I'm thinking of this section. I think it would be fine. This I would probably replace with something else, something that's like just the check mark that's green instead of a circle. How you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. We got our first reply from our first positive reply from our email campaign, so I sent them the video sales letter that we had prepped. So that's cool. Okay, so that's kind of the design I'm thinking. I don't know if this would maybe be better as some kind of dark green, like my branding color. I'm really not sure. Maybe we'll change that up. Maybe give them some kind of shadow as well, like a light white kind of shadow might be good. But I'm not gonna mess with that kind of stuff here. I just want to get a general idea for a layout. I look like Brian Johnson. I don't look like Brian Johnson. That is the first time I've heard that. What are you talking about? You're telling me I look like a 40-something-year-old man? That's crazy. Okay. So I think that's fine. Yeah. What color are you? Yeah, you're the right color. Okay. So, and then we'd put little icons in here, make it look a little better. Other than that, let's see how well our copy can fit in here, because I need to be able to relay a lot of information. So I need to now figure out how I'm going to structure it. So let's grab a new Word document. Let me just a sec. Blank document, save that. Brian Johnson doing so much just to look like you. I'm young though. He's old. You know, he's doing a good job. I like the research that he's doing. I support it. You know, people make fun of it, but like he's being a kind of like a test subject just to see if we could progress humanity in terms of longevity. I think that's a pretty noble act. Pretty, even if it's not noble, it's an act I appreciate. I'd like to feel healthy up until the day I die. So if he discovers something that lets me do that, I'm all for it. Yeah, doc 2, that's fine, whatever. Okay. Maybe I should actually pull up my, I could still do this, but I should probably pull up my offer instead of taking it from my website, because I will already have it here. Probably be a little easier. Or would it? Nah, I guess I can just copy it from here. Who cares? Okay. Or nah, you know what? I will take it. So much shit I want to do now. I remember the other day I was like, we don't have anything to do. But now with the website redesign, the video sales letter I want to make, etc., there's so much shit to do. I wish I was better at design. It would really save me a lot of effort. I'm not very good at design. I've redesigned my website a lot of times. Each time it gets a little better, but I wish I was just good at it so I could just get it right from the start. Okay, what am I looking for? Where's my service? He's spending so much money to look young, but if he dies soon, isn't it a huge waste of money? Well, it's his choice what he wants to do with his money. He's got so much money that he has nothing good to spend it on besides that. If anything, it's a lot better than spending it on a bunch of yachts and giant buildings like all the other billionaires. So I don't think that it's an issue. I think that he's doing fine. Give me this. Where is my offer written? Here it is. Let me grab this. For now, we are removing this entire section and we'll put it as like an FAQ thing instead. I think it'll look better. Okay, so now we want to split this into 6 sections. We've got 3, we want to make 6. So bundle 4, 5, bundle 6. And I want each bundle to have 2 things in it. So let's see, which things can we group together? These 2, yes. This guy doesn't really fit anymore. These 2, yes. Fast onboarding and launch guarantee. Launch guarantee doesn't really fit there anymore. This is gonna be tough. I'm gonna take all of these. Give myself a new page. I'm gonna just move all of them into one place so I could split them up first. I'll take a look at the stuff I removed as well. Maybe I'll be able to add it back in for some of these. Continue numbering. Okay, so I guess 16. I pasted something twice. Yeah, this thing. Bro, I'm back. Hey, bro, what's up? How you doing? Nice to see you. Let me see if I can grab some of the other stuff that I have. Where did I close it already? God damn it, I hate that I have that habit of closing shit I don't think I need anymore. Such an annoying habit. I have to fart. Good for you, brother. If you're not in public, go for it. I'm not gonna hear it. I forgot that this is actually really important to have on my website, and I just realized I removed it. Whoops. I'm not gonna. What is wrong with you people? You have issues. Stop it. Get help. I do remember you, Islamic bro. You were here just yesterday, were you not? Uh, damn. Okay. How do I fit this in? Which of these? We need 12 of these. Yes to you. Okay. We need 6 packs. You guys make sense together. You make sense together. Launch guarantee. Does that make sense with anything? Okay. So you go together. You go together. Visual refresh pack. And these don't really go together. These do go together actually, because it's about speed. So that's fine. Calls booked in your calendar. This doesn't need to be here. So we have 3 bundles. We need 3 more. Calls booked in your calendar. What would that go with? Automated pre-call emails. I guess that's probably fine. Email nurture system. I'm not doing the live dashboard for now. 15-minute maintenance is important. This and the playbook maybe would make sense together because they're both about knowing stuff. Dedicated account manager. I could probably combine these 2 together. Back to you. No bouncing between support teams or we'll get back to you. If you have a question, you're back in just a few hours from someone who actually knows your setup. Yeah, I could put those 2. Do these make sense together? Dedicated manager and 15-minute maintenance. I don't think they necessarily go together. Okay, email nurture system. That helps get more leads as well. And so does this. Damn. Damn. Wonder if this is still going to be too much text. I hope not. Hope it's going to be easy enough to digest. Maybe put these 2 together and ice you. Let me actually grab you. Maybe I'll need you. Let's just see how this goes. The email nurture system and the calls booked straight into your calendar also makes sense. So what are people usually concerned about most? Results. Next thing people are mostly concerned about. Okay, this is still part of results. Then it's probably about speed. Okay, this order makes sense, I think. 2 more. Damn, is there anything... Any way that I could split these up? Hmm. Maybe you could go with you instead. This would kind of make sense to go with here, but it's just not like a high priority thing. It's not super important. I would prefer to put the high value stuff at the top. Hmm. I'll put it there for now. Okay, I've got 5. Calls booked in your calendar. And then I guess dedicated account manager and 15-minute maintenance is kind of about knowing stuff. This makes the most amount of sense anyway, I think. I think the structure makes sense. So we launch your ads and you get to know what's going on. We test your ads and your campaigns and also refresh your ad creatives. You get your landing page, thank you page, etc. I could probably split the landing pages and thank you pages separately and detail them instead. Maybe that would be a good idea. Could probably split that up if I wanted to. But we'll leave it like this for now. So this is landing pages, thank you pages, and then the copy. Fast onboarding and 72-hour launch guarantee. That makes sense. An alert your system, calls booked into your calendar. Makes perfect sense. These two don't make perfect sense, but They're okay. Now we're not concerned about this. This is fine. Something like that. This is kind of dumb. I don't think I need this. The clients in 30 days. Ready to buy clients booked in 30 days. Or we keep working for free until you do. I think probably looks a little better. Hey Vishy, how are you? Having a good day? Okay, we're gonna need some extra names for this too. Okay, so now that we've got our new splits, I can move you. Yeah, get rid of you, 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 and I should probably grab the other one that I had. Maybe it won't make sense anymore. Or maybe it will. I don't know. Okay. So now you go in here. Uh, you make sense for here. You make sense for here. That was the order. I want this up. This second. Then this third. No. Third will be you, which you are. 1, 2. It's meh day. Yeah, I feel that. I always feel like it's meh day. What'd you do today? Okay, that testing, hassle-free booking system, good email nurture system, tech funnel suite. That's not gonna be applicable anymore. Hassle-free booking system, launch guarantee. That's about speed. Email nurture system will go under number 5. So this will be down here. Move you. Number 3 is gonna be hassle-free booking system. Okay, 1, 2, hassle-free booking system. Yep. Didn't realize it's already there actually. Because this is missing. Just to make it less confusing for myself. Stressful, but buying fabrics and buns for my new uniform. Stuff processing in college. Asshole wood booking system. What? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Booking system. Uniform? You guys wear uniforms in college? Are you going to like some kind of like super private fancy one or something? What's wrong with the bookings? What do you mean? Did I say like? Did it sound like I said asshole? Is that what you're saying? Because I'm just kind of speaking, so I don't know. Maybe sometimes I say some shit wrong. It's a private Catholic school. I thought that only existed in school. I didn't realize it extended to college. That's interesting. It's interesting how different cultures are. Okay, so we got that. And then we got fast onboarding, email nurture system, and that. Okay. Okay. I have like 5 asshole booking system. Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, it kind of is an asshole booking system. Well, no, it's the no asshole booking system. We're trying to get them to not have any assholes book in. It's the zero asshole booking system. Holy shit, this fucking thing is making me look like Count Dracula. Holy shit. Maybe it was just my inner thoughts speaking, if that's what you heard. Alright. Are they all different uniforms, or is it just so, like, you can wash them easily? Uh, no dick, no balls, and probably no butthole since these guys feed on radiation. Okay. Different ones. So you have different, like, they give you different styles? That's really interesting. I didn't. What did they look like? Could you send me some pictures of the uniforms? Just curious. It's news to me. Oh, the fucking copy. I'm gonna have to do is so annoying. I'm gonna have to come up with new names for these as well. That make sense. I really thought I was done with writing out my offer, but I guess I'm not. It's kind of unfortunate. The predictable client machine still makes sense for this. Predictable as well, because like the launch book makes perfect sense for that, I think. You're done for you meta campaign that I actually don't use this anymore. I just do value. Yeah, so it's just gonna be this. Uh, and after the value, it goes like that and like this. And that's how I'm doing it currently. What the fuck? Uh, It's like one for the school, one for the department, one for duty, one for community. I thought that said communism. Community healthcare. That's really interesting. Well, send me pictures of them when you get them. I want to see what they look like. Hey, absolute notersless, notersless. I don't know how to say that. What's up, brother? How you doing? Having a good day, I hope. Hey, absolute Nustards. This is a name I can't pronounce. Thanks for the subscription. Nice to have you here. Yo, oh no, it's this fucking guy again. Well. Remember what I said yesterday? I still mean it. If you start being weird, I'm gonna have to ban you. Don't make me do it. I don't want to do it. So don't make me. Zero Tech Funnel Suite. I do have it. I'm dumb. What am I doing? But it goes like here. And it doesn't have that. The way that I wrote it was like this. Then value. And then this. Like that. Yeah. And it goes like that. I'm going to remove the value because I'm going to have to change it. Tell me about your business in short. So I make done for you sales funnels for landscapers, which means I set up their landing pages on their website. I bring traffic to it from Facebook ads, and I put in systems in place to convert them well and consistently. And we also set up email systems which convert people that have signed up for their services either through a landing, either through like a contact form or if we use a lead magnet or something. Okay, look, I'm giving you one last chance, Hunter. You have one last chance, okay? I'm being nice here. You have one last chance to stop being extremely weird. So all sales parts is automated or manual. Well, we build the landing page manually. We build everything manually, but once it's there, it's basically automatic. It's very, very easy to maintain once the systems are in place. I don't know exactly how long. I claim that it's about 15 minutes, but I don't know if that's true. But it is very easy to maintain. Okay, just reply yes or no. No. And don't ask me anymore. It's like one for okay, yeah, send. Gunther. Yeah, Gunther. That's exactly what he is. I'll check them out later, or maybe I should check them out now. Let me just. Oh, is your college starting already? Oh, nice. They look pretty good. Cool. Nice uniforms. You want what is WLW? I don't have time. I'll be back tomorrow. When did you shower last time? Yesterday. When did you shower last? A month ago? How do you pitch your solution to client? Cold call? We set up an automated email system. We actually got our first positive reply from that system today, and we launched it on Monday. Okay, I need to update this. I should probably highlight what I need to update. It's easier to see. You. No, you're fine. Probably will need to update some of those though. And then what's the other one? I don't shower. Of course you don't. That doesn't surprise me one bit. I hate the way that it pastes stuff sometimes. I'll probably keep it as that. Okay. Bundle 4. Like, what the fuck is that? Why does it do that? Okay. Everything always takes so much longer than you expect it to. Especially shit like this. Like, I've worked on this offer for so long at this point, and it's just, I just keep finding new shit to do on it. Always new shit to do. Anyway. Now we need to write stuff. So. Predictable client machine. That's fine. Let me open up. I have a document which I have some information written down on how to name stuff. Naming. Here we go. The magic formula. Brought to you by yours truly, Alex Hermosi. Awesome formula. Well, I don't know how good it is. I trust the guy, so let's see here. Oh, I need something to do with testing. So let's see if we could use some kind of words for that. Blueprint, maybe. Do they pay on the basis of click-through rate, impression, or conversion rate? Well, they pay a one-time setup fee where we build the whole system and they get to keep everything. So the way we work, we have a trial which costs $750, which is a 30-day trial where we build the system and we get it to work for them, but we don't give them the system. We don't like transfer the landing pages and stuff. We don't give them all of like our back-end stuff. We don't set up their automation so that they can continue to have stuff working and such. But then if they like the system, if it's getting them good results, then they have the option to pay for the full system, where we finish like building it out and transferring all of the assets, automations, and everything to them. And then they just have to run it, which is very little work. We give them a document which explains what they need to check and how to maintain it with like 15 minutes a week. So we work a bit different from the usual marketing agencies. We don't have a we have a retainer model as like an option, but the main offer is the build of the system. Hey, no bullshit design. Great name. Thanks for subscribing. Nice to see you. I have my headphones here, so I can't, like, I only notice those when... Maybe I should just have these around my neck. Look like some kind of DJ. Hey bro, what's happening? What'd you do today? Any luck with clients? So we're reworking our offer again because I want to update our website because it's a little bit hard to read and it's not super streamlined. So we're reworking that. We did have a little bit of luck with clients. We got a positive response to our email campaign. So I sent out the email VSL that I had prepared for that. So we'll see if he responds. I actually need to I need to set up the email nurture system to try and convert people who aren't responding after they see that video. So that's something that I need to do. Won't get to that today though. I'm realizing that even just doing this is taking a while, but at least I have a plan for what I'm going to be doing here over the next few days, which is unusual. Usually I don't, but now since they replied, I have a lot of stuff I have to do. So, which I've realized now. Your target customer, small businesses. My target customer is service businesses, but primarily landscapers. But I will do any service business if it makes sense. Like I'm not gonna sell to anyone. I'm not like that. If it doesn't make sense, if I don't think it'll give them results, I don't want to do it because it's just gonna harm my reputation. Like I'm not trying to scam people. I'm trying to build up a legitimate business. So it makes no sense for me to try and take money from people that I can't help because then they're gonna leave me bad reviews or they're gonna tarnish my reputation. I don't need that. So I would only take work if it makes sense. I'm gonna go get some more water. I'll be right back. If you know anyone that you think could use the service, let them know. Remember, we have a trial. It's $7.50. Back. Hey, Gordon, right? What's up, brother? You vanished from another dimension. I didn't vanish. You probably just automate the whole system, or do you also give them assurance that you'll achieve this number in revenue after using your system? I do give them assurance. So I have a guarantee, which is you'll get 10 or more 10 or more ready to buy clients booked in your calendar in 30 days, or we're going to keep working for free until you do. So our service offering is like, we will keep helping you until you get the clients. And if ultimately it's just not working and it takes too long, then under our discretion, if we believe we can't achieve those results, we will give you a full refund. So it's very fair. It's very results based. Again, I'm not trying to scam people. It makes no sense for me to give them something that's worthless and just dip, you know, because it's going to leave a bad, it's going to create a bad image. I don't want that. So it's totally fair. Very low risk for them, high risk for me. The only thing that they're risking is the ad budget. But if they're running ads already, for example, then it would make way more sense to give it to someone like me because I know more. So they would be less likely to waste their ad budget with me, you know? What's the profit margin on this business? When it's working, like 90%. Without employees, 90%. With employees, maybe 60, 70. It's pretty good margin. He did it again. Well, it's over now. Okay, so we need a name. Oh. Let's see what kind of names exist here. Reason. Gonna go to sleep. Okay. Hey, you're going to sleep at a normal time. Look at you. Is it because you have the college now? Has it like fully officially started? I stole this Wi-Fi connection from someone else. Nice. I don't encourage it, but I appreciate you stealing the Wi-Fi just to be here. No. Okay. Monday, August 4th. Okay. What's your age? You're doing too much stuff. What do you mean doing too much stuff? What does that mean? I'm 23. What is too much stuff? What are you referring to? Sad face, thumbs up. Yeah. I hope you get a proper Wi-Fi connection you don't have to steal. Challenge, blueprint. Bootcamp, intensive, incubator, program, accelerator. We love pirating. I mean, is that a form of pirating? Stealing someone's Wi-Fi connection? I'm not sure if that falls under the definition. Could be wrong. Explosion system, game plan. Not mastermind, that doesn't make sense. You should go to sleep already. Thanks for stopping by. Reset, solution, attack, assault. The asshole booking system. Yeah, that's a great name for it. Is pitching your idea from... Well, you haven't answered my question yet, Night Broski. I thought you said Brokey. You're not wrong, but that hurt. Good night. Pitching your idea through email is that much success rate. Well, we sent 100 emails, including follow-up so far, and we got one reply that's positive in the last week since Monday. So it's okay. I'll have more data on it in the next few weeks because our email campaign is still warming up. So we're going to eventually be sending 100 emails a day. So we're going to get a lot more data in. Predictable leads, booked calls, 5 clients, client acquisition, sales system, pain-free. Maybe accelerator, the predictable client machine, and then something like this is a container, so something accelerator. Too much stuff means I respect the hustle. I don't know if you're doing any jobs side by side. No, this is my main job right now. I quit my job and now I have about 2.5 months of expenses left as savings to cover. I said that in the weirdest way possible. I have about 2.5 months worth of savings left to cover my expenses before I run out of money. So I'm really in a rush here. That's kind of why I thought I'm gonna have these focus blocks where I can think a little bit and not talk so much. Because I got carried away over the last few days. Ongoing campaign optimization and testing. Maybe like just the campaign accelerator. You live alone there? No, I live with my girlfriend. Hey, Gordon. Switch to the other stream I see. Look, I gotta follow the rules that YouTube and Twitch are setting. If you're gonna be using words like that, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to ban you. Just warning you, because I have to follow the rules. So I think there's a way I can actually set up like some kind of botting that can mark it or something. Isn't that your name? Ugh, Gordon? Sorry, that's what you told me. Oh, are you asking who I'm talking to? It's a dude in the other chat. I'm not calling you out for saying yo. Don't worry. No, I'm not, it's not you, not you. Don't worry. I wouldn't ban you. Did your heart drop or something? I did. I wasn't talking to you. Don't worry about it. Probably heard that and you're like, what the fuck did I do? All I said is yo. Where can I custom bad words? Simple words. Blacklist. Save settings. A lot of views today. It's all right. I've kind of been a little bit more quiet today. I also started late, so that's kind of affecting it. Is there some kind of automatic, like, I'll have to figure that out later. Is your GF supporting, or is she waiting for you to become a billionaire and take half your money? You think I'm going to become a billionaire? Imagine. Talking to a future billionaire. How would that make you feel? Probably come back begging, and you're like, oh, do you remember me? No, she's supportive, but she's not working right now either. We've been together for a long time now, and she's like sticking with me even though I'm poor, so it's all right. That's not a good view to have on women. That's how you view them. That you're just worried that they're gonna take your stuff. Uh, the predictable client machine, the campaign accelerator. That makes sense for that. That's okay. I'm gonna do names first just because it's easier probably. The zero tech funnel suite. That's good. Launches in 72 hours. I'll have to remove that. Bundle 4, fast. Okay, this is about speed. Something about maybe something like fast track. Also accelerator kind of makes sense. Sprint would work. Fast track, I think, works fine. Maybe something like the 6-figure fast track. Kind of like how that sounds. Hey, Froden, how are you? I mean, you're working hard. I don't want you to give away your hard-earned money. No, I get it. I don't think I will, though. And even if I do, look, if that's what comes of it, so be it. I'm not gonna avoid women and die alone because I'm afraid of them taking my stuff. Who cares? It's just stuff. I don't care about material possessions that much. I'm not doing this so much for money. I'm somebody that doesn't really want a lot of money. I just want enough to be able to live comfortably. Like, I'm not into supercars. I'm not into watches. I wouldn't have a lot of expenses. I'm more of a hoarder. If I was a millionaire, I would just have all of it probably liquid in my bank or in investments. I wouldn't be buying shit like cars and houses and stuff. What are you doing? Can you explain, please? Right now, I'm reworking my offer, which I'm selling. I'm selling a service which is done for you Facebook ads and sales funnels to help landscapers get more clients more easily. It's a pretty much automatic system once it's set up, and it just brings in customers. And yeah, I'm just going through writing the names of my offer. I'm splitting it up into different categories because I want to restructure my website. So I'm splitting, I had it in 3 bundles before. You can see, so this is the new kind of layout that I have in mind. And the old layout is this, which is, this is really hard to read. So I'm kind of splitting it up into 6 boxes like this with just the main information that you need. It's not even going to be this populated, most likely. I just want it to be a little bit more easily digestible. Don't know how I'm going to put this in. Gonna have to figure that out. Maybe I'll have like a little value icon down here. I also want to be able to explain it. So I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to add that. Maybe I'm going to group them. I have no idea. But still working through it, so. It's amazing. It's not that amazing. It's cool, but you know, there's systems like this that exist already. Don't you use AI to get idea reference? I do sometimes, yeah. I use it for help. But AI is only really helpful as a tool. I wouldn't replace, especially not copywriting right now. Like, writing the words that can sell stuff well is still a pretty human skill. It's something I'm okay at. It just takes, I'm a little slow at it. I'm not like amazing. But being able to explain things in a way that sells and in a way that's easy to understand is really important. That's one mistake that a lot of marketers make, is they're just way too like long-winded about how they explain stuff. Like, as an example, you can even just see the way that I've written stuff here. Fast onboarding, No long phone calls, no back and forth emails for weeks. Just answer a few quick questions and we handle the rest. A lot of marketers would way over exaggerate this kind of, like, they would make it sound something like, maybe this isn't the best example. Let's say, for example, here, they'd say something like, your client acquisition system, which people wouldn't even understand a lot of the time. And then they would say something like, we optimize your email campaigns, we build your email nurturing system, we run your meta ads and send them to your your ideal audience or your targeted audience or whatever. They just make it way too complicated. But I tone it down. I have the titles sound kind of a little bit fancier, but then it's just, we build your Facebook and Instagram ads and get them in front of your ideal customers. It needs to be easy to understand because most people that you're pitching to know nothing about marketing. So why would you use marketing jargon in your explanation? It doesn't make sense. You know? Did someone delete a message? I feel like I saw a message just a second ago and now it's gone. Okay, fast track. What do we put in front of it? We could also say launch pad. That also makes sense. Can you show a real example? Real example of what? Of the system? I could show you. I have it built for myself besides the ads because I don't have the money to run the ads right now. So I'm using an email campaign instead. Do you have tuition debt? No. No. I don't. I went to college in Ireland because I was poor. They helped me pay for it, so it's fully paid off. Not like it's that expensive there anyway. It's not like America. It's fascinating, honestly. So what do you want to see the example of exactly? You mean the system that I'm going to build? Because I can show you. I'm running it for myself. If that's what you mean, I can show you. Sec. So if you go up here, you see I have this. Learn how for free. I also have this free training button, which leads to the same place. So if I was running ads, I would have ads linked to this page where people would put in their first name, and then you see a bunch of random words here from testing my forms earlier, and their email address, and they click get access now, and then they get access to a training video. And the training video is designed to teach people what it is I do and how the system works, and also point out why they wouldn't want to do it themselves. I say, like, look, you have two options. You can either do it yourself or have somebody like me do it for you. And I explain why you'd rather have me do it for you than do it yourself. And that's supposed to make them want to book in. And if they don't book in, I have a calendar underneath after you submit this, and the video's there, and then you have a calendar under it. If they don't book in the calendar, then since they already gave me their name and email, I would push them to an email campaign, which I send them frequent emails, giving them some more value, helping them out more with their business, and occasionally reminding them that I could solve their problem for them. So that's kind of how that works. You think ads work for service-based company? I think content works for better for a service-based firm. Both content and ads work for service-based firms. The reason you would want to do ads instead of content is because it's more predictable. So it's basically the same. If you have content that works, then your ads are going to work as well. You can actually take some of your high-performing content and put it up as ads and retarget people retarget people that have liked certain posts, which have done well, which have talked about your service. So there's strategies to do that. With content, if you constantly sell yourself, you're not going to get a lot of people interested. So you need to make stuff that's either more viral or more generic or more relatable or funny. but that doesn't necessarily sell your service. So you would get less clients for that. And you would need to build a really big audience for a long time, which what am I trying to say? So you need to build a long audience for a long time so that occasionally you'd be able to make a video which is selling, which would be pushed enough to your audience because you have large following. So it is a strategy, but it takes a long time and it's not as predictable. You're relying on the algorithm a lot more. With ads, you put up a specific ad where you sell your service and you show it to people who Facebook and Instagram think are interested in that product or service. So they can see with the algorithms, like when you use their platforms, they collect this kind of data for advertising purposes. So it allows you to show your service to people who are likely to want your service. And if you do a good job with the ad, people would click on it, go to your page, and then they would either book in, or if you use a lead magnet like I am, which is what that's called, which I'd lead them to a free training video to teach them and then send emails to them to get them to convert. So yeah, it definitely works. I mean, you can look up yourself. Look, there's a thing called the Meta Ads Library. You can look it up yourself and see just how many people are running ads. They work. And the other reason, the other thing that you can consider is that, well, Facebook is I think at this point, I think they're $1 trillion company, Meta. So where do you think they get all that money from? Their primary offering, I'm pretty sure, is Facebook ads and Instagram ads. They make a lot of money through that. So people wouldn't give them that much money if they were useless. What niche do you work with? I primarily work with landscapers right now. No particular reason. I just picked one because if you pick a niche, it's easier to sell stuff. So I can do any service business. I have a client right now, which is a product-based business. And it wouldn't be my first choice because they're more difficult and I just don't like it as much. But and the specific service I have doesn't work really for it. So I don't want to create too many different services because it's going to kind of stretch me thin while I don't have employees. So to start with, I'm trying to keep it pretty stable. But for that, I made the exception just to get some experience. So we get a client under our belt and I'm working for them. And I'm not building this specific system. It's we're going to do something a little different for them. You can't, whatever percentage that is, you can't wake up, bro, stop dreaming. I mean, that's just not true. Like I said, if you look at how rich Meta is, how much money people pump into Facebook and Instagram ads constantly, you can clearly see that it works. It's just you wouldn't think it works because you're not in the industry, but I can assure you it definitely does work. Yo, hey Stella, nice to see you again. How are you doing? By the way, anybody who's interested in like keeping up with stuff or want to ask any questions, I have a Discord. You can find it in the description if you're on YouTube. There's a link there to join the Discord. Just thought I'd mention that. So I'm thinking the 6-figure fast track is kind of nice. A little bit of alliteration there. Doesn't make too much sense though. The 6-figure thing is kind of just saying it for the sake of it. Maybe the booked call fast track. It's kind of hard to say though. We have the predictable client machine. The campaign accelerator makes sense. Zero tech funnel suite. That's fine. The something fast track. The client getting fast track. The booking fast track. The no ghost lead engine. Yeah, that's fine. The something fast track. What are we gonna put here? Ads getting expensive nowadays. Yeah, but it's still more than profitable. I mean, it's still, if you run good ads, it's still very profitable. I mean, even if they are getting more expensive, like if you set up a system and you're getting 2 times return on investment, I mean, why would you complain? You know, sure, it's expensive, but you're still getting double the amount out of it as you're putting into it, so who cares? Yeah, maybe, you know, the only thing that the price of the ads is changing is instead of getting like a 20x profit, you're getting like a 15x profit. Boo-hoo. Wah wah. Uh, maybe like the lead reach fast track. The lead reach fast track. I don't know. It's always so annoying with the names. It is kind of important to have good names. Hey Funtra, what's up? How you doing? I've probably hit that save button not having changed anything like 15 times. Funtra, I've seen your profile picture before, I think. You been here before? Okay, look, I gave you enough chances, Hunter. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to take you out of your misery. Unless you apologize right now and don't do it again. Seriously, just don't be weird. Look, it's okay to make jokes here and there, but you take it a little too far. Like I said, that there's, you know, some people in here that are like 12, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want them to be exposed to stuff like that. Both. Preferably both. Well, how are you, Fluntra? I don't think I know much about you. What do you do? You in college, high school, work? What do you do? I'll try. Okay, well, I'm sure you can pull it off. I believe in you. That's not even the name. Why did I put this here? I had to go there. Any tips? Just stop doing it. Don't be a bitch. Just say if you do it, you're gay. Simple hack right there. You'll never do it again. If you do it, you're gay. No, I'm never doing it again. Yeah, there you go. Problem solved. Maybe we should call this something like the results accelerator. The results accelerator. And move it up higher. Maybe this should be number 2. The predictable client machine, the results accelerator. And then we'll remove this name. Five. It becomes. Oh, what have I fucked up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's because I moved you up. 6, 5. What? Oh, okay. You're 5. You're 4. How old are you? I'm 23. Does this funnel change from country to country because of cultural and other factors? It may. For example, I'm working in Nigeria, and the woman there said that people don't really check their emails very much. So because of that, I figure that a call to action to WhatsApp messages is better. So occasionally it does, yeah, but it's not like drastic changes. Woman love woman. And what was the question? Or what was the statement that you made? If it's about gooning again, just save it. Don't type it out. I'll just put a period if that's the case. Yeah, but what did you say in the context? The predictable client machine, the results accelerator, which is, yeah, we get everything launched fast. That's a high impact thing. Then we have the testing. So the testing is not going to be about speed. It's going to be about improved results. So yeah, it's about that. Okay, fair enough. Let's just look, just switch your personality to something else. Talk about something like interesting. Like, well, what do you do? Any sports or something? Do you do anything except for the thing that shall not be named? Surely you gotta have some other hobbies. Now that you're reformed and because it's gay, you're never gonna do it again. What are you gonna do with that extra time? Bundle 3. Campaign testing and optimization. The boosted something. What's another word for results? Uh, is there not any? All right, maybe instead of Google, let's go to GPT. Need some synonyms for results. Trying to name a service. To name it something like the results booster, but I already used the word results for something else. Don't want to repeat it. wins, returns. Output effect. The performance booster or something like that. The performance booster. What else? I kind of like the performance booster. Performance booster. Oh, you know what? It does kind of sound erotic. You're right. After you said it, I can totally see it. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I need to change that. Appreciate you pointing that out. Train spotter, remember me? Yeah, you were just in here this morning. Welcome back. Hey, what about the success booster? That doesn't sound erotic. The success booster. I think that sounds fine. You know what? The success accelerator kind of sounds cool. I kind of want to make it that, and maybe we'll do the results fast track. The high results fast track, and then the success accelerator. Fuck yeah, that sounds awesome. That's some nice. It's not even alliteration. I don't know what that would be called, but it sounds really good. It really rolls off the tongue. The predictable client machine, the high results fast track, the success accelerator. Man, I fucking love that. That's sick. See, AI couldn't have come up with that. I really doubt it could have. This is why you need humans to do this shit. Even though it takes humans marginally longer. I don't know how long I've been sitting on this. Do you like trains? They're alright. I know some dudes who are very autistic about trains. Actually, I think it was just one guy. I knew a guy who was very autistic about planes. It said the AI gave edge as a suggestion for a synonym for results. Growth as well. Growth accelerator also kind of sounds erotic. The ROI, the conversion sound. Anyway, I'm happy with these. Maybe we could replace the high result fast track with something like the ROI. The ROI fast track. The high results fast track. It's fine. The success accelerator. That's my favorite one. The zero tech funnel suite is fine. The no ghost lead engine is still true. Let me see if these are still making sense. This is true. Yes, this is fine. This is also accurate. Zero tech funnel suite. This is true. No ghost lead engine. This is still accurate. Okay, we have one more to name. And we're going to work on a little bit of the copy inside of each of these. Okay. The performance multiplier sounds pretty good as well. But the success accelerator is definitely the best one. Okay, last one. Dedicated account manager and 15-minute maintenance. So this is more about knowing things and being aware of things. So what kind of container would work well for that? Cheat code, blueprint. So let's see, cheat code, blueprint, cheat sheet. Maybe something like, what else? Game plan. Yeah, some like that. One of those I think would be fine. Cheat code. Blueprint is probably going to be the one I'm going to go with. Maybe something, maybe just keep it really simple. The landscaper client acquisition blueprint. I don't know if putting landscaper is necessary. It's kind of making it a bit like hard to say. The client acquisition blueprint. I think I'll just leave it at that. I think that describes what that kind of is. Okay, cool. So let's go back up to the top. So originally this has been described as that. Now I don't have anything to put here, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. So how much would the speed be worth? So if you get more than... Hey, Princess Pulse, what's up? How you doing? So this is done. I updated this. So I'll make it green. You're done for you meta ad campaign that reliably... you're done for you... Yeah, meta ad campaign that reliably brings in high quality bookings. Yeah, that's fine. Value, how do we determine the value of this? So I guess I could keep it the same. 5 clients per month or sell projects over 2K. This could be 2 or 3 times the value. And this was 120 per year plus. Or was it 120 plus per year? Probably that. And that's accurate. I mean, 5 clients a month with this system is like very realistic. And if they sell projects over 2,000 in value, then that's 120K a year. It's 5 times 12, 60 times 2, 120. See how much this kind of system could be worth. And for anybody who's watching, this is kind of how you can think about pricing your services, because I know a lot of people struggle with that. Just think about what you're actually providing and try to find some way of attaching a monetary value to it. Like this is, I'm saying I'm going to get 10 ready to buy clients in your calendar in 30 days. So that's, realistically at a maybe 20% 20 to 50% conversion rate. And this is 10 plus, like this is kind of like a minimum. And I would help them actually close the clients as well. I'd give them sales scripts if they need help with it. So 5 clients a month is not unreasonable. So with my system, I would hope that they get 5 or more clients per month. And I only work with people who are selling something for 2,000 or more. So that automatically gives them 120,000 a year. So if I'm charging 5,000 one time up front, like they get way more out of it than I do. So you can really justify your prices like that. Okay, anyway, you know what? It's 6 o'clock. We can have a little bit of a chat session before I go, but this is taking a while. I'm gonna have to finish this probably in my off time. I don't know what I'm gonna work on in my off time, but gonna be calling it a day here. If anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them in. I'll answer anything that anybody has any questions about. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I need to organize a lot of the shit that I'm doing, because I got so much stuff added to my to-do list today that I need to do. I need to organize it. It's been kind of like all over the place right now, especially because that guy that I sent that email to this morning, that really tripped me up. Maybe I need to re-record that video because it was kind of like, I feel like it could be a little bit less commercial. I think it still did a fine job. It's just like when I say commercial, it's like my commercial. Like you can see I'm fairly animated and I'm just a normal dude. That's kind of how I recorded that video. But it was still a little too forward, I think. I'll see if we get some data back from it, if anybody says anything about it. And we'll update it based off that. Hope this guy got that email. Wonder if I can see if it landed in spam or not. No idea. Anyway, how are our emails doing? We're only sending 10 a day right now, which is, well, 10 a day from each email, so about 30 a day, which is pretty low. One opportunity out of 90 emails is not horrible. Reply rate is really low. Some people were out of office as well. So it's fine. We'll get there. Maybe we should draw something like we usually do. Even more rip to Balor, because he's not even here today. Probably because I was late. Anybody have any suggestions for what I could draw? If not, I'm just gonna make something up. But give you a few seconds to give me something. Nothing? Okay. I'll just do something myself. Zesty Andrew Tate. How good do you think I am at drawing? Look at this shit. You think I can draw? How the fuck do you even draw Andrew Tate? You just fucking draw like an egg with fucking glasses on it. Let's do it. Just looks like a fucking nerd. So stupid. There's a fucking nerd. That's what he is now. That's perfect. Oh, I love that. That's great. We study biology here. No, does that look like biology? That would be an interesting biology lesson. I don't know what the fuck that's. You can barely even see it. I gave him eyes, but it kind of looks like there's nothing there. Anyway. No biology lesson here. Who's your favorite entrepreneur or business person? Probably Alex Hormozy. He's the most useful. So I'll probably like him the most. I've learned a lot of stuff from him. It's really good. I don't like people like Iman Gadzi, or Gadji, however you say it. I don't like people like him because most of his advice, most of his videos is mindset advice disguised as educational advice. So he makes it sound like he titled the video something like, oh, here's how you start a 10K business. And then the entire video is about your mindset. I think it's bullshit. I hate when people do that. That was actually one of the reasons I wanted to start doing this and actually show what goes into trying to build a business. Ashton Hall. I know fuck all about that guy. All I know is that he's very muscular and has a morning routine that is way too long. That's all I know about him. Is he a business guy? I thought it was just like some kind of... I would have assumed he was more of like a bodybuilder. Wouldn't have thought he's a business guy. You should start making day in my life reels on Instagram. I just don't have time. I really don't have time. It takes me so long to record, like to edit down clips from this stream to upload. And then I work on my business for the remainder of my day pretty much. I have to work out, I have to eat, I have to shower, I have to walk my dog, I have to go shopping occasionally. I just don't have time. Like ever since I started the live streams, they're like eating up into pretty much all of the other social media time. So like I really don't think I can. I actually wanted to make some YouTube videos, which is like condensed versions of these streams in a storytelling format. I thought that that would be really interesting. Yeah, I think that that would be pretty good. I think they'd be fun videos to watch. But even that, I am struggling to find the time to make those. I followed this morning routine for a week and I felt way more energetic. Well, good for you. I'm happy for you. If it works out, it works out. I think it's a bit over the top. I feel good the way I am. I think that the most important thing you could have in your life that will make you feel better is just eating healthy, avoiding junk food, and working out. How much you deadlift? I work out at home. I haven't been to a gym in a long time, like months now. I have like a little home gym set up. I don't train for strength. But at my peak, when I was like, I was around 70 kilos-ish, 75. I could deadlift 180 kilos for 5 reps. I think that was my peak. But again, I never like did it really seriously. I never really trained super hard for strength. I just didn't see the need. I was pretty good at pull-ups. I like doing pull-ups for strength. I find it fun. I can do muscle-ups, and when I was a kid, I was really good at... I could actually do weighted muscle-ups when I was like 16. I still have a video of me doing it. You watch Ray William Johnson? No, I never really watched him when I was a kid as well. I know he like was there when I was younger, and then he disappeared for a bit, and then he came back. Now he tells like these random stories. Sometimes, like I remember last year, I think I got hooked on... The algorithm like hooked him on my thing for a little bit. And I saw some of those like horror stories of horrible stuff that he was describing. I thought those were kind of fun. Ashton will spend all his day just to start his day. Yeah, exactly. You know what I do? You know what's my morning routine? I get out of bed. I go dunk my head under the shower head just to like be able to comb my hair back, because it's always extremely messy in the morning. So just dunk my hair under the water. I don't wait for it to heat up or anything, so the cold kind of wakes me up as well. And I brush my teeth. That's about it. I take a piss too. There's my morning routine. Then I just go sit on my computer and start working. Can you do storytelling or thinking about doing it? I think that I'm fairly decent at it. So I have 2 scripts written, which I thought would make for good videos. I was kind of thinking of condensing these videos down to like 10 minutes and summarize the stuff I did and the challenges I went through and like the thing that we accomplished, and put them as standalone YouTube videos. I would still have like a little day marker in the corner, but they would be standalone videos, so anybody who's just tuning in at any time can watch them. And I was thinking of doing a voiceover over them in a storytelling format and show clips of the stream to show like my reaction to when things happen. And I think that that could make a really good video. I think that those would be fun videos to watch. They'd be more they'd be like half entertaining, half educational. Because I don't want to make it like... At first I thought I'll just make the educational videos on the actual things I built. But then I was like, you know what, there's a lot of that, kind of boring. Lots of people might not want to watch, especially if I turn it into like a series thing. If I'm at like day 10, no one's going to be interested. Only the people who've been there from the beginning would be. So I thought, what if I make standalone videos and I flip the format so that I make it into something that's like storytelling and educational. So I, instead of just teaching, okay, here's how I did this, XYZ, it would be like, well, here's how I did XYZ, but I fucked up here. I did this and that broke. I went and fixed this. So that by the end of the video, you could still recreate what I did, but the main premise of it is my journey rather than what I built, if that makes sense. You just start rage baiting videos. Who would I rage bait? I'm not a mean person. You know what? I kind of miss old school internet trolling. Good times those were. But I'm not that kind of guy. I don't do that. I'd rather just watch people do the rage baiting and not do it myself. That egg thing is so stupid in the background on the whiteboard. It's so dumb. That guy really came in here, asked if I like trains, and then just dipped. Didn't even, like, had no interest in my answer. Or maybe when I told him I'm not really that into trains, or when I said that I knew people that were autistic about them, maybe he was just like, ah, fuck this guy, he's not into trains, I'm out. Possible. By the way, before I sign off, just letting you guys know, I have a Discord for anybody that wants to join the Discord. You can ask me questions there or whatever else. So. What's the time there? It's 6 p.m. right now. Dinner time. What about you? Where are you from? Have you seen From if you had time? I don't have any time, Heisenberg. I know you suggested I watch From, but I don't watch... Like, I don't watch shows or movies or anything almost ever. Literally, I only just watch YouTube for a little bit while I eat. The rest of my day is literally just working. I don't have time. Maybe when I make some money and I have some clients and I can chill a little bit, maybe. But yeah, for now, no. Mine's 9:40 from India. Huh, nice. There's a lot of Indians that come to these streams. I've always wondered why YouTube recommends to people who don't natively speak English. Not to say, like, most of the Indians I've talked to can speak fine English. I'm just wondering where, like, why YouTube decides that, you know? I just found it interesting. Oh, man. Anyway, if there's no further questions, Indian population 1.5 billion. That's why Indians on every live stream. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of English speak. Well, the thing is, most of the population speaks English, but there's not too many like natively speaking English people compared to everything else. So, anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys with that. I started a little late today, but we still ended up getting a good 2.5 hours out of it. I like this format more. It's a little bit lower pressure than what we had before, which is I was kind of like talking the whole time from start to finish. And that was just very difficult for me to focus with. At least now I was able to focus. I think that it's a good format. I think we're going to keep it like this. That the first like 20, 30 minutes of the stream is just going to be recap on what I did and how things are going and like looking at our email campaigns and stuff. And in the last half an hour, we can kind of chat as well, answer any questions and stuff. And then occasionally, maybe in the center, like the main focus block, I might answer some questions I see in chat. But in general, I think it's good to have that focus block where it's like, I don't really worry too much about talking. Because I really do need to focus on this stuff sometimes. Do you have any plan B? No. This is plan A and this is the ultimatum. If it fails, I go back to living with my mom. So, pretty important for me that this works out. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching. Glad you stopped by. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you all again tomorrow. Anybody that decides to come back. I stream at 3 p.m. CEST every day. Except for today, I started late, but usually I'm up at 3. Go China and teach English, you'd be rich then. I can't speak Chinese. That's gonna be a problem. As far as I know, they don't get paid too much. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Bye.